What is good, y'all, and welcome to another recap. We have made it to episode 8 of Marriage at First Sight. The couples have moved in, and it's time for the housewarmings, okay? And need we say that things are definitely, that they in the thick of it, into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. They definitely into the thick of it now. Okay. So before we start getting into the nitty gritty, what is good? What is up to all my new folks? If you are catching me for the first time, hey, I'm your girl Ash, Ashley for short, and so welcome to my recaps and reviews and reactions, however you want to call them. So stick around for a little bit, see if you like a girl, check out some other little videos, and then of course subscribe if you know we vibing, right? Because we bold, bomb, and bitchy. Or actually, we're bold, bitchy, and bomb. Well, clearly I can't read. So, don't even know what's on my own shirt. So, but to all my oldies but goodies, what is up, my babies? Y'all already know what time it is. Let's sit back, relax, and get on into this. Because y'all. All right, how we doing this, Ash? What we doing, what we doing, what we doing, what we doing, what we doing? How we going to do this tonight? All right, y'all. So, like as I was saying, the couples are, they've officially moved in and it's time for the housewarming. And I think what I love about the housewarming is like, it's literally like the perfect time because for the most part, it's always like, it's like it ends up being perfect timing as well because from the day of marriage all the way up into the housewarming, something is happening in these relationships, and it's usually some form of disagreement or miscommunication. Something has happened. So when the family comes over, the friends come over, and then they get a chance to sit with the friend, and the opposite, the basic, they sit with, the spouses sit with each other's friends or family and, talk. And it's like the perfect time to like get back to, because a lot of times they, these are the same people who did show up to their wedding. They, of course, they talk about, what should I know about my spouse, whatever. But this is like, okay, well, now we're hitting some real life stuff. How am I supposed to move from here? Or, basically as well, just as like, just to remind them that, y'all are still new. Y'all are still getting to know each other. Don't forget, y'all are strangers. So I think that for one, especially for the couples who are, having like the little trials and tribulations, it's like, I'm glad that they are having those friends that are able to be like, give it time, don't, be so hard on them. Like, y'all are still getting to know each other. You're starting to get to know how each other handles your emotions, how, react, how you do this, how you communicate. Like, it's just so much. So, that kind of, I feel like kind of helps bring them back down, from already on the ledge they already are. And then, as well, like, it gives them some gems on how they can go ahead and move, forward, in the relationship. So, y'all, every time, for one, I think my favorite couples change probably every week. And then maybe sometimes by the end of the episodes, they change too. Because for a second, okay, so basically right now, my favorite couples, yes, is Mitch and Kristen and Lindy and Miguel. Now, granted, almost I was very close to changing up again. Like, you know what? I don't like nobody. I don't like none of these couples. I ain't liking none of y'all right now. So, but it was just like Ashley, like, okay, you need to give these people some grace now, whatever. Like, they're going to go through stuff. They're going to have disagreements. You don't have to like it. Like, you don't got to like it. Like, they're the ones who are in the relationship. They're the ones that are married. But that's how I be, y'all. Like, when I'm in, I'm in. And I be feeling like we all in, like, this is the throuple. We all in this thing. Like, and I got an opinion and I'm going to say it. So, y'all, all right. So, like, Kristen and Mitch, they've really come a long way. And I think my biggest thing, with them, especially with the fact that, Mitch is very, I want to make it, I'm gonna say all of them that makes me think of like all that kind of stuff. Like, he's very eco-friendly, basically. He's very, about me, basically that's what it is. He's very much about making Earth, 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 a better place, and a place where it can continue to be long lasting and taking care, of our earth. So it does seem like, for me, and I think that's what bothers me, is Kristen is doing a lot of sacrificing and a lot of changing for Mitch. And her friend is right. Like, that's cool. But Mitch needs to do the same as well. And hey, maybe it's a matter of, Lindy doesn't seem to mind. Obviously, it is a she minds to a degree, maybe, but like she doesn't seem to mind, but she does. I think for her, no, she really doesn't seem to mind to me. I do feel like I think that she's very open. I think it's an adjustment, and like she said, she just asks that he be patient. She unfortunately didn't really get any input like into this party because he's all about all this trash. We're not gonna buy all this stuff that we're just gonna throw away, and basically like I knew when she said that she went and got for Jello shots the plastic cups to those little tin things. I was like, oh, I know you just spent like, and hey, it don't even matter if I got it or if I don't got it. No, maybe it do. Maybe it do. Maybe it don't. Like, at the end of the day, if we're gonna be doing all these changes and doing all that, I hope you pitching in some of this stuff. But like, to a degree, I can get them because, like, especially if you're that type of people who may be like, throwing parties and hosting and throwing things like that or whatever, whatnot, a lot more times than not, or a lot more often. Like, that's your thing. That's what you like to do. Like me or whatever or whatnot. Like, obviously, yes, it probably is best just to kind of like go on and invest and boom, boom, boom. And it could be something that continue, to be used over and over. But either way, all in all, he does need to be more patient in this, lifestyle change for Kristen. And then as well, I think he needs to give a little bit. Now, I definitely know that this is going to be hard for Kristen. And as well, clearly, it's going to be hard for Mitch. But that's where that compromise, that compromisation is going to come in. Because if that's the case, if that's someone that Mitch wanted, I feel like he should have put very much emphasis on that. Because if clearly it's not that big of a deal that clearly that she uses plastics and whatever of the case or whatever or whatnot, or wants to go out and buy and make a whole list of that's her thing. Like, that's what she's used to doing. So let her live a little bit, and you be patient a little bit. Like, that's really like all I can say about them. Like, because I really they've really come a good long way since since the honeymoon for them. So yeah, that's my only get up. That's my only get up for them, y'all. That's really my only get up. Morgan and Ben are still struggling, and they're struggling because Morgan is still struggling. So last week, Pastor Kyle told Morgan she is in control of the wall, and that yes, she needed to she needed to move on. She needed to let it go, and she need to it's time to, okay, we need to get back to this. You come on, let's move this along here now. So she ends up reaching out to, a family friend, basically somebody who's been in her life a long time. She sees as a brother. Great. Perfect. I'm scared as hell, but I'm like, I want to hear what he got to say. And y'all, he literally says the same thing Pastor Kyle says. He literally is just like, girl, you need to get over yourself. You need to forgive him. And y'all need to be mad at me. It's all right. You will be okay. You need to let it go. And so period. Come on. So that's just where they are. And then even then, when they had their housewarming, which was, the tacos and tequila, themed party. And for me, I felt like Ben was like he didn't know how to tell. He did it to me. I feel like he did not know how to tell a story because he did not want to trigger her. Well, he didn't want to say something that could have that could possibly make her possibly, feel some type of way. That is very well what I believe. Very well could be wrong, but that's how I took it. So either way, it was just like, you know what? Hey, Ben, come on, let's go talk. We go talk, whatever, whatever, whatever. So advice to him was just like, from the friend, was just like, look, don't continue to apologize, and apologize, because literally it's just sounding like an apology. Can totally get that. Just do the work. Continue to do the work. And then his friends, they're like, in his defense, of course, so are you going to hold this against him for like the rest of his life? Like, basically, again, you need to get over it. You know what? I had closed it off at the friend, y'all. I was like, okay, you got 2 confirmations, girl. Like, come on, let's go. And then you turned around and got 3 confirmations. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, and hey, I can understand that, right? You may not know how. And if that's the case, then that's something that we need to work on, and that you need to concurrently, is that the word? I even use that right? Start striving and working towards that, because the longer it's taking for y'all to, get to a good place and you build that trust and you're having this wall up, before you know it, it's gonna be decision day and y'all have gotten nowhere because you're not able to bring this down to get to know this man and to get close to this man and to have intimacy with this man. So period, y'all. Like period. That's it. That's all I got for them. Like Morgan's getting on my nerves right now. But at the same time, as much as getting on my nerves, I see things from both sides, so I can completely understand. So with that being said, I'll give her a little bit of grace in believing that, right, she probably does not know how to do it. So with that being said, go out and figure it out. Go out and figure it out and see what it is that you need to do. I don't know if you need to call on the professionals. I don't know if you need to go out and seek out therapy yourself. I don't know if you need to Google. I don't know if you need to get on YouTube. But it's too many resources out here. It's a lot of resources out here. Figure it out and do something so I can see like what's going on with y'all. Because what's going on with y'all? I'm mad that, like, is it bad that I'm like annoyed with her? But I'm annoyed with her. I am. Like, girl. So who else married? Nate and Stasha, right? Nate and Stasha. They're married, right? So Nate and Stasha. What's going on with Nate and Stasha? So what was going on with Nate and Stasha, really? Like, I feel like actually, like, I think really their whole thing really was about, Nate. And for, Nate's friend to even, say, are you being vulnerable? Are you letting her in? Da, 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 da. Clearly, Nate, that says a lot. Like, your friend knows you. So your friend knows how you can be and how you may not always be, right? Like, you're not very, I don't want to say forthcoming, because I don't like how that's sounding or whatnot, but he knows that it's a little bit more that's going to take for you to go deep or whatever or whatnot. And even with Nate, and he was saying as well, like, and I'm a big advocate for Nate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big advocate for Nate, because I'm not gonna sit there and say I understand that trauma, but I know how am I trying to put this, y'all? Like, I do understand. Do I understand or do I understand? Not that I understand that I've been there, but I understand just because, like, of being, on a journey of self-healing, and, I don't do, I'm not actively in therapy, but I'm going to be, I actively try to do things to be, self-aware, and to be, and start bringing that stuff up deep down so that I can start, to heal from those things. But as well, I'm not immune to my feelings. I may be, I'm not immune to feelings, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, my feelings aren't shut off, so I can go deep. It's easy for me to go and dig deep and whatever. And then as well, sometimes it just could be a woman thing or whatnot. Like that's just us, and men aren't, they're not usually people who, go deep. But it's at the same time when it felt like when I say that, it's not always necessarily so, because some of these other men are going deep. So, but as well, I feel like that comes with, healing and no, but either way, y'all, I was completely shocked that, not even I was completely shocked, like I just felt good. It felt good inside that he immediately was just like, well, you know what? Like, maybe I need to go to therapy, and I'm open and seeing, what I need to do, or if this is what I should, if this is what can help me to go deep and to go into those places. The fact that he, like, come on now, because first off, in our community, that's not that's not very common. And we talk about black men willing to go to therapy on their own. And it was like, I don't even think, maybe, Stasha might have suggested, for all I know, it's not something that we've seen on camera. But either way, like, even if he did suggest it, even if she did suggest it, he was immediately open to that fact. But it honestly sounds like that it was a conscious decision that he had just made on his own, and realizing things, and that yes, he wants to make his marriage work, but like his friend said, like, yes, happy wife, happy life. Because I'm a very firm. I'm firm. I like the happy wife, happy life thing, but at the same time, don't be no yes man. You don't need to be no yes man to me. You need to be happy too. So this doesn't all need to be about what's all going to keep me content, what's all going to keep me happy. Because if you're just doing things to keep me happy and you're not even good with that, you're not even happy, that ain't no good for either of us. So I like that, but I don't like it, y'all. So I stood by that. I like that his friend was just like, yeah, but you too. So he was like, yeah, but so yeah, I don't just do this for her, do this for you, and boom. So that's just, I could not be prouder as a brown girl in our community who loves our black men, and seeing our black men getting help, and getting, not even just getting help, but just being aware, being self-aware, and just realizing that, what, maybe it is something, maybe it is something that, I can open my mind up to, and just see if this is something that can help me, for my own self, and for my, every relationship, not just my marriage, but that could possibly help with all those relationships that I have with everybody that I'm involved with. So, that's like their only thing. And even, and as well, I think as well, like, his childhood as well probably, plays like a big, effect in that. That's right, his friend that he's known for half his life. Because one thing I was glad about was that girl who was crying at the wedding over after knowing Nate for 2 years, and because girl, no, you look like you wanted to be with that man, okay? But anywho, we ain't gonna get on her because, like I said, we ain't synced her. So I'm glad she didn't show up either. So his friend would, was basically like, this is how he's grown up. His dad is military, and having a military dad, I've heard stories of people, of some military dads, and how militant and strict things can be. I'm not saying that was the case there, but it's just to say that we don't know what that looked like. And then for him, I didn't even think about that. How did I not think about that? Of me thinking that, his hesitation was real. Obviously it was about money, but it was deeper than about the money. How did I not see that? And when his friends brought it up, like, he is dealing with abandonment issues. He's not going to say it. He probably don't even realize it and know it, and don't even realize. Yeah, he probably don't even realize or even know it, that he does have abandonment issues. And now it's playing out. And that possibly that's why he's feeling like he needs to be able to make a certain amount, and for him to be satisfied in order to have a child. I don't know how I could not have thought how being abandoned by his mom could impact him as far as like in a relationship, and how, if that's not it, that's cool. But it's just to say that these are factors that it's so many, y'all, we just have to get healed, y'all, because we really don't realize sometimes, what we've gone through, how that's impacting us, and some of the decisions that we're making, how we're moving. And what's crazy is people in our community don't even know why they move the way they move. They don't know. Like, I don't think Nate knows. I don't think Nate is conscious of until he starts to having those talks. And there's one thing about it, when you go to therapy, it's crazy how you're talking, and you're talking about past, and then all of a sudden things are correlating, and you're looking at it like, wow, like, that is me. That does make sense. Like, that, it's so, whether that's it specifically, for sure, the his mom leaving, definitely, there's definitely trauma there. There's definitely abandonment issues there, and that very well could be playing out as far as like kids. Even whether it's even kids, it's gonna somehow come out and play out in his relationship. At the end of the day, it's gonna come out somehow. And cause y'all, every time they show these previews for next week, I be like, dude. So I'm anxious. I'm definitely anxious. Like, I can't even lie. Technically, they didn't start showing some of my faves. They're still my faves right now. I still like, they are absolutely cute. And like, when they pulled out, like, they had the what was their theme party? Oh no, their theme party was 70s, and they did their theme party was 70s, and they brung out, they had taken pictures with, like, the Fuji the Polo, I call them Fuji, but that's the brand, but basically like the Polaroid camera, the camera, was that technically the name of the camera? Polaroid? Y'all don't talk about the cameras that take the picture and it instantly, comes out, the film instantly comes out. I'm gonna get one of those. I want one of those so bad. Like, that's that nostalgic, I love that. So they were, had the pictures like sprawled out like on the counters or whatever for their guests and friends to see. And, they were talking about like just how good they look together and how they look like they had just been together for so long. Like, I just feel like if these relationships don't work out, y'all, it's their fault. It's their fault. Like, I stand by these couples and the professionals and who they put together this time. I really do. I absolutely do. Don't get me wrong now, because I was a little worried at first, but now I think they did good. I don't know. I may be worried about Ben and Morgan a little bit, but no, at the end of the day, that's I think what pisses me off overall, y'all, is I hate when they get into this and they be like, oh, because I don't do this, oh, because I don't do that, oh, because I don't da-da-da, the things that they actually have to do in a marriage. Like, boom, Alexis, she was just like, I didn't usually do with this, I would run, or I'd be gone, or da-da-da-da. So why did you get married? Who else has said something? Morgan. I don't, usually if somebody, basically burns me, I'm done. I'm out. That's it. So why did you get married? At the same time, they got married to, I do feel like, clearly, like, they got married to battle those things that were, not even a battle, to challenge those parts of them, challenge, now I can't run. I need to stand, I need to work this out. I can't be done. I have to, stick this in. That's what I hope. Don't go into this like, this is, I wouldn't usually deal with this, and so now I'm just like, I don't know what the mindset is, but that just bothers me, because I don't even want them to even say it like that's what they used to do. Clearly, you're not doing it here. So get it together, pull it together, and let's go. Because we're not doing that here. All that old stuff, why are we even talking about it? Because you don't do that no more. Because if that's the person that you want to be, or you want to continue to be that person, we don't need to be here. Okay? So, let's get together. So, Am I done with Nate and Stasha? I think I'm done with Nate and Stasha. I feel like I was still about to say something, y'all, but of course, when I start to low key get on a whole nother rant, I'm terrible. I forget. I wish I could be talking to y'all like live so y'all can be like, Ashley, now what you was saying? What you was saying, Ash? What you was over there? Okay, but it's okay. So let's move on, y'all. Let's I feel like Justin and Alexis my last, so we definitely talked about no, because we didn't talk about Lindy and Miguel. We gotta talk about Lindy and Miguel, and I'm gonna make them last. I'm gonna make them last this time. Let's go and get into Justin and Alexis. They still hitting their rough patch, but you know what? I think for me, because when we went in, they were having already in a spat about Justin not being, again, she asked Justin to be, to overshare. Justin did not overshare, and then gives a reason why he didn't overshare, which I get it. Yeah, okay. Just like you sat here and just said you did not overshare, that's the issue. You're telling me you chose not to overshare when you know I want you to overshare. He felt like he had it, like, bro, why would you not tell this girl that her dog is going through some stuff? After all that's going on, that's her baby, whether you think that you got it or not. Babe, I just want you to know, Newton hasn't been doing too well. This is what but I got it, babe. This is what I've been doing. Boom, 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 boom. If you got it, cool. Let her know you got it then. Let her know you got it. Don't. And of course, how she see things of him being vague and not being forthcoming or waiting till we're in the situation to be, to now give the information, she sees that as, manipulative. And then he's over here, telling her that she likes drama and that, she likes this and like it. I did not think, honestly, that their housewarming party was going to go down. But you know what? I had to stand corrected for a second because as of right now, Alexis is proving me wrong, because I said last week that I definitely felt like Alexis was checking out, right? But even through it all, they had the spat. She still went out there, and made sure they were still prepping, for their housewarming. Even though she herself was like, I don't even know if this is gonna come, but it's gonna come. They got into it at the candy shop. But even still, they still turned around and had that housewarming, she's communicating like she's trying. And when she sat down and she said it, she didn't say it to him, but she said in her confessional, like, I'm not the type of person, I can't sit here and lie. So yeah, I'm going to go in letting, our friends know that we're not in a good place. And she does. I wish she would have possibly had a conversation with, just out of respect, for Justin. But he seems to have, he didn't seem to be bothered by it. But I do feel like it was good, because I felt like there was a good that came out of it. Because again, talking just that insight, and talking to the, your spouses, people, you get that insight on that person. And so, her saying that, his friend, had asked, did she love him? And she was hesitant, of course, but I like it. As a matter of fact, and even talking to her sister, she's like, oh, y'all love each other. It's been 2 weeks, and, I just want, you just got to protect yourself, and boom, 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 boom. And I just have so much mixed feelings when they go to people, because I just feel like what her sister said just made her feel, possibly might have made her feel some type of way when she was already feeling some type of way about what was going on. What's up?
So when I was pooping, I tried to flush the toilet, but the stuff didn't all flush.
Okay, I'll come look at it in a second when I'm done.
Okay, because it's almost like full.
It's full. It'll probably go down in a second. Go, just make sure it didn't come out. Go make sure it didn't come out.
It didn't come out.
Go look now again.
Okay, it didn't come out.
Okay, come close the door. I'm almost done.
Okay.
All right. But I get it. They want to protect, their family. They want to protect their friend. I just don't want them speaking like negatively, and when they're already just like possibly in a confusing space to, make them second guess, like obviously nobody should be making them, but it's kind of like you, but you do kind of like maybe want like maybe a little bit of reassurance, knowing that you literally just made this decision, like whatever. Like, I like the friends better who remind them that you're still getting to know each other, whatever. I want what's best for you. I want you both to be careful. I want you both to be conscious. Like advocate for them both, even if you don't like I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm just, I know y'all like Ashley. You just, and so what? You're gonna like me anyway. So for the friends just at the housewarming, at least talking about we back at the housewarming. We ain't talk about the sister no more that she talked to. Back at the housewarming, and just like her saying that, yeah, I love him, and I know because, but just like she, that's what it was. The friend was just like, y'all have to realize that y'all are not each other's enemy. Yes. I can't. I say that to my friends with them and their significant others all the time. Like, y'all have to remember, like, y'all not the enemy. Y'all are fighting the issue. Y'all are not fighting each other. Okay, let's start there, right? And, and there are some days that, right, you are not going to like this person, and maybe they don't like you, whatever, but it's going to be on this day. Y'all are going to be on this day. And Alexis is aware and she's conscious, and that's when she's like, yeah, so I'm doing things to make sure that no matter what, like I'm still here, I'm still in, like, we needed soap, and I'm out here like mad as hell at him, but I'm like, my baby needs soap, and I know he loved his soap, and I got my baby this soap. That's exactly how it be. That's how it be. That's how it's supposed to be, y'all. Like, you're not always, like I said, it's not always going to be the best, and I just feel like the marriage at first sight is an easy cop. It's an easy cop. So for them to really stick through it and really it's like they both, I really felt, even though they're having this moment, and it would just figure that they would be here because things were so good in the beginning. It would just be that this is where, they would be. But, and even okay, his male friend, like, I'm not saying that this is every guy, but at the same time, it makes sense to me. Like they don't just think like that. They don't think like how we do all the time. So, right. So in that moment, right, he was just like, look, this is this. And it was like, oh yeah, babe, well, this, like it, how the friend explained it. I was like, okay, I can get it. I can vibe with it. I can definitely vibe with it. Is it an excuse? Not necessarily. Or is it? No, I don't think it's an excuse. I think it's just sometimes just how we are as people. Like, at the same time, y'all, I hate as well. This is nothing that I hate that they do. I handle things like this and they handle things like this. Yes, you're two different people. You're two different people. You're two different people. You're not going to handle things the same. Okay? You're two different people. Let's keep reminding ourselves of that, is that you are you and they are them. So how you react, that's not necessarily how they handle things like you. Like, I gotta keep reminding y'all of these things. Like, you didn't know you married a stranger 2 weeks ago. So they're steadily striving and staying in. And I think that's all that I can ask for. Because I can see that consciously. I do believe that Justin wants this. I don't believe he's just out here he just doesn't seem like that guy, y'all, to me. I believe that like Alexis has her perceptions on how she sees things based on her past, based on relationships that she's been in, whether they were intimate relationships or not. Your relationships, your past, what you've seen, what you've been through can jade you and in your perspective to certain situations. Like, let's just be plain, y'all. So that's that. Lindy and Miguel. First off, this heifer today got aggressive, cursing, like the whole, how the fuck do you think that you're not going to, I was like, oh? And I felt Miguel. Miguel is just like, he was very clear. He's like, I did not like that. I don't know that person. And she's like, oh, this is me. Oh, is it? We didn't know that person beforehand. Who is that? Because we did not know her. We did not know her. And it's a perfect example of everybody puts that face on, and then stuff start hitting. We start getting to the thick of it, into the thick of it, and the real people start to come out, and she can call that whatever she want to call it, whatever, but her husband don't like it. His friend calling her Jekyll and Hyde, like, and I don't, because when she said it, she's like, well, now you know what this looks like when I get blah 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 blah, as if to say that this is going to continue to happen when you if your husband does not like to be talked to that way, we need to find something else. We need to find a better way to get. We need a safe word. We need to feel like I'm not feeling protected. I'm not feeling safe. I'm not feeling da da da. But y'all, all of this is over the fight between Miguel wanted her to take his last name. Lindy does not agree. Lindy feels like certain things need to be checked off first. She's proud of her name. She's a doctor with no damn health insurance. Y'all, I'm judging like hell, but I'm going to try to be light on my judgment and not go in. I'm just going to say this. I wish they just would have made clear it ain't our business, but you leave for speculation when you say, I don't have insurance, health insurance, and I asked my husband to add me to his insurance. He basically was just like, well, are you going to change your last name? All that, the whole last name part, y'all, that ain't, I couldn't even deal with that because I'm over here trying to understand how Dr. Lindy does not have health insurance. I'm not trying to judge. Hell, I'm on Medicaid right now, y'all. Just to be real, just to be frank. But I have a job that does my benefits kick in yet? Matter of fact, they're not be giving me benefits, y'all, because that's a seasonal job right now. So either way, I've had jobs. They provided health insurance. Matter of fact, every job that I've had, I think except for like at McDonald's. McDonald's. I worked at Roses at one time. That was like part-time. You know, every major, McDonald's is a major job. Don't do McDonald's like that. Majority of my job, did I have insurance with Vengeance? Why didn't I? Why wouldn't I have? Because I had got permanent. Maybe not in the beginning because I was you shut off temporary, but no, because actually by the time I got permanent, I had left. Actually, it wasn't long before after I got permanent that I left. Right? I think that's kind of how that ended up going. But either way, when I saw my grown, I was grown during shit. I don't know how to say it. Y'all. Either way. I had jobs, a lot of my jobs didn't have health insurance, especially, let's just say it like this. Because right at Sunrise, did I have health benefits with Sunrise? Shit, yo. Let's just say this. By the time I had Jada, at least, or maybe a year or two, a couple years after, I had at least had health insurance through a job. Maybe she didn't take the job's health insurance. Maybe it's not good. Maybe it's expensive as hell. She did say she has student loans. She has student loan debt. But okay, y'all. Did it not look fun? Did it not seem funny to y'all that Miss Proud Doctor does not have health insurance? I think that's all. I think that's where I'm at just with it. It was just like, wait, well, I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't even, I'm dealing with it. So I'm dealing with the whole, I'm dealing with the whole, him waving that over her head, for her, that basically she has to get his last name. I'm still working through that. And I think basically, I think where I really started to really be like, wow, okay, how do I feel about that was probably about the end of the episode. Because, at the end of the episode, after the parties, can I just say that I just felt like, one, I'm it seemed like Kristen and Mitch were the only person who had a party. I just love the fact that everybody. They had music going. They were dancing. Like, it was a full out party. Look at the housewarming. We having a party. Everybody else, like, okay, it was cute. Lindy and Miguel know each other very well to have been married for just a short amount of time. But okay, boom, like I said, fast forward. It was, like the check-in, the meet-up, the guys meet together, the girls meet together. And I think it was good hearing like that's actually some of the ladies had different perspectives on like situation. Like, I loved how they like are able to really kind of like be able to relate and like possibly like cross relate, if like that makes sense. And just like okay, boom, let me just give like examples, because whenever I'm trying to explain stuff, of course, like, it'll never come out right. So Alexis, of course, was like, talking about the whole justice situation, talking about the dog, and all that, whatever. And boom, Stasha was able, to kind of like relate to her, in that sense, like, hey, I kind of relate to Justin because I'm kind of like the same way and how I communicate. Be patient with him, work with him. It's just something to work through. You guys will be good. The Lindy situation with Miguel. Kristen is just like, yeah, I'm proud of Miguel. Like, no name, no insurance, baby. All the while, who was it? I think it was it Morgan? Because I don't think it was Stasha. Either way, somebody else felt like they basically they basically agreed with, Morgan, as far as, the not Morgan, Lindy, as far as like the, needing those boxes checked off before, taking his last name or whatever or whatnot. Like, for me, it's not that I'm not that. Lindy just felt a type of way. Like, I've had this, the only thing I've been given to me. And like, it was dramatic for me, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was dramatic for me. And that's cool. You can be proud of your last name. I want to be proud of my, like, hell, I love my last name. I love being a Smith, like, all day, all day, all day. But when I get married, I want to take my husband's last name. I feel like she's saying, I don't understand how health insurance and last name like kind of coincide. While it may not, y'all wouldn't even be having this conversation if y'all knew each other beforehand. You get what I'm saying? You would have automatically taken his, like, you would have, if y'all would have dated, and, finally, years later, whatever, if y'all would have known each other, dated, got together, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, and finally got married, you would have automatically, you would have gone and taken his last name. Whether he was putting you on his insurance or not. I just, like, I think that's, if anything, that's my, like, girl, bye. Like, you saying that, like, if you weren't in a different, the predicament weren't different, like, you probably would have automatically, it wouldn't have been a fight to me. I feel like it's a fight right now just because he's a stranger and you have to work up to it. So I think for him, it was just like, I don't know. I think I don't know what it was like for him, but I think for me, it's like, wow, yes, it's, I don't know, y'all. I don't think I really know how I'm feeling about that. I think I know that I'm not that attached to my name that it would be that big of a deal for me. If I was getting married at first sight, would it be that big of a deal for me? Y'all, I'm a little bit of old school in my way. So I definitely want to take, my husband's last name. Right? So, oh my God, where did this fly come? Oh, you rude little mother. Flew right on my head. Did y'all see him? So I don't think, made me think he peed on me. I gotta get in the bath. I gotta get in the bath anyway. Like, so I really know what my feelings is on that, y'all. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Was Mitch crazy? Was Mitch crazy, or is Lindy crazy? One thing about it, when she turned, when she was just like, oh no, this is me. I was like, oh yeah, You right, it's you. We just ain't we ain't seen that side of you. But yeah, we know you can go there now. Yeah, we know now. So she better fix it though. I don't think. I don't know if Miguel is like if that's something that she can't work through. I don't know for Miguel. I love the way he communicated that it bothered him. It wasn't a blow up. It wasn't who you talking to. Just I don't know that person, and I don't like the way you're speaking to me. I don't like to be spoken to like that. Like, let's just fix that, period, y'all. So, y'all let me know what was Miguel. Was he right? Was he wrong? Was he fair? Was he unfair? Does one have to do, with the other? What is health insurance? It's not like I own health insurance. It's just, something so that you can see a doctor. Like, I don't know. As I'm sitting here, I think I am kind of just like, I had to guarantee health insurance. Which either way, at the end of the day, y'all, he did, but he did turn around and, decide that, he is going to put her on his health insurance. So, cool, Miguel, I guess. Nobody's having sex besides Miguel and Lindy and Mitch and Kristen. I fully understand why Alexis does not have sex. Does not want to have sex with Justin right now. Me, I'm emotionally connected all over, all over, all over. So if I'm not good in my feelings, and she ain't good either. Some people ain't like that, but me, we ain't good. If we ain't good, she ain't good either. Okay, so I understand why she upset. I understand why, she can't go, regardless of what she said, of her, being open, she's like, whatever she said that, it'd be low key, like, they'd be like low key, like, judgments on each other. When, like, low key, it just be like, bro, but Nate, you can't even talk, you're not even getting none. You over here appetizing and ain't getting the main course. Stop playing. Like, but cool. It's some guys that, enjoy that. I'm saying it like I be mad about that. Like, sometimes, that's all a girl be wanting sometimes. So, if I can get that without, sometimes it's sticky, but sometimes, it is like the, it's like the, it's the foreplay before the main course. Like, they definitely, those words did not coincide. I didn't use that together, but it don't matter, y'all. So, like, it's like, bitch over here want to be judging, Nate, bro, y'all just got it together 2 seconds ago. Like, don't be coming for them now because now you good and whatever. Don't be doing that. So I don't know, y'all. I didn't talk. I ain't gonna talk no more. I ain't gonna make no more hour. I'm gonna try not to make no more hour videos. But no, like, y'all let me know. Like, y'all, am I driving y'all crazy? Do I talk too much? Y'all want me to bring it down? I promise I won't be offended. I could try to, like, cause I ain't gonna be like, I'll be like, these videos, I know they be like half a, ain't nobody sitting here watching this whole thing. But maybe I like y'all good. So let me know. Of course, let me know down in the comments, what you thought about this episode, what's going on with these couples. Y'all know I love to hear it. I really do. I definitely want to get y'all feedback. I love interacting with y'all. Give me a thumbs up. 5 thumbs up, especially if you've made it this far. And go ahead and just hit that subscribe button because you're going to be back here next time. And yeah, see y'all next week.